Now to developing news on the crisis in Venezuela. Protests have erupted in the streets. This is an effort led by the nation's opposition leader to remove Venezuela's current president from power.
Juan Guaido called for the military to topple the government of Nicolas Maduro. The U.S. and many other countries have pledged their support to the Venezuelan people.
Rallies also took place outside embassies in Mexico City and Colombia. Eyewitness News reporter Caroline Goggin joins us now live in studio with the developing news. Caroline?
Well, Mike and Shannon, the unrest in Venezuela has been escalating since January when Juan Guaido declared himself the interim president. He says under Nicolas Maduro's policies, inflation in Venezuela has skyrocketed to nearly 10 million%, leaving people to either starve or flee. Tonight, I spoke with a Venezuelan native who's lived in Rhode Island for about 13 years. He says the chaos that ensued today was bound to happen.
The sound of protesters and gunfire filling the streets of Venezuela's capital Tuesday afternoon as demonstrators came out by the hundreds in support of the country's opposition leader, Juan Guaido. Early Tuesday morning, Guaido called on the Venezuelan military to stage an uprising and topple the leftist government of Nicolas Maduro.
It's not a political problem. Now it's a humanitarian crisis that is growing every day.
Oscar Mejias, a Venezuelan native, is the president of the Rhode Island Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. He was a manager for the Venezuelan oil industry for years. But in 2003, when Hugo Chavez assumed power, he was prosecuted by the Venezuelan government for not following the Chavez regime.
I never be in peace with myself, because I believe that I should be there trying to do something for my country.
Mejia sought political asylum here in the United States, moving to Rhode Island in 2006. But he still has family members and friends living in Venezuela who are now part of the opposition.
We see this now as a potentially dispositive moment in the efforts of the Venezuelan people to regain their freedom.
Top U.S. officials were quick to vouch their support Tuesday for Guaido's bid to oust Maduro. Some lawmakers calling Maduro's authoritarian regime a great threat to American national security. But Maduro refuses to step down. He calls the move by the opposition leader a coup. Mejias calls it an opportunity.
I think that the moment has come and the change will come.
Mejia still has two brothers living in Venezuela, and he says in December his father, who was also living there, died of colon cancer due to a lack of medicine in the country. He says there are similar stories to be shared here in Rhode Island, with about 200 Venezuelan families now residing in the Ocean State. I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.